In Postman's book, in chapter 6 through 11, he talks about how the entertainment world, especially television, doesn't lead us into serious thought about education and religion and politics, which, as I've grown up during his time period, from the 60s through the current time period, and I've got grandchildren who, as I watch them grow up, I am concerned that they are not getting what maybe they could in from TV. I grew up watching Sesame Street, and as as Postman has pointed out, that Sesame Street was really just a commercial for kids. I didn't stop to think about it that way, but when I stopped to think about it, as I reread it tonight, it really made sense that because it was in short bites and sound bites, that's really what it is. And as technology has become more prevalent in today's society, we really have turned much more to sound bites. We get 30-second sound bites on our news. We get more and more commercials, and our commercials are dumbing us down. My husband and I, we sit here and we watch commercials and we say, why are they dumbing men down? Why are they dumbing women down? There is no decent content on television that gives us a good insight into the world today. We just get sound bites. It's not a healthy medium for us to learn from. Why does Postman say Huxley versus Orwell? Orwell is Orwell's very interesting because he's a Animal Farm. Everybody learns the same thing. But that's not what we want. We want to be able to learn for ourselves. And Huxley is not. We need to be able to learn for ourselves and not be told what to learn, which really is more or less what Orwell is we're being fed, and that's really what what TV is feeding us today. It's feeding us what the media wants us to know, not what we should know. It's really an interesting dynamic of how over the last 40, 50 years it's changed more so. And I've seen it change in the news. We've just changed. We haven't. News used to be very. You would get solid news stories. You could get unbiased news, much more so than you do now. It's hard to find the truth out there. you can't find an unbiased, it's very hard to find unbiased news stories that you don't want to yell at. Um, you have to be careful what you are watching. You have to be willing to dig for yourself and be willing to research and not just listen to the one or two news channels that they want you to listen to. You need to be able to think for yourself out there. And unfortunately, most of the media, most of government doesn't want you to do that. They want to do most of the thinking for you. They want to be they want to be Big Brother. George Orwell could very well become Animal Farm. And Big Brother could so very easily become our media if we don't step in and take charge of what we listen to and what we portray. Not portray what we want to. It's not what we portray, it's what we need to know, what we want to understand. And as Americans and as citizens of this world, what we should be able to debate and be able to understand and have um, have civil but yet intelligent conversations with those who we don't agree with. We should be able to have conversations with those we don't agree with. How else are we going to be able to debate? But so many people don't want that, and they don't know how to. We should be able to, and it's really hard when people aren't willing to learn how to. And we really need to. Trying to learn how to be our own independent, critical thinker is what this world needs.